Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm your host, Nicholas Sadowski, and we have a fantastic finale episode for you today. Two guests, some videos of some flashbacks to previous stuff in the season, and just fun all around. So let's get started. I'm not going to do a monologue today. I'm just going to do sort of like a end of season reflection here. It's been an amazing season, having really great guests. I know Malia Welch was on; she was fantastic. She was a new guest. I like having these new guests on because I get to experience all kinds of different people, like Malia Welch, Sarah Lacey, Bailey Rebufo, etc. These people were great guests, and I was so thrilled to have them on. And we were actually filming this way before it's supposed to come out. We're filming this, and it is July 7th. It's July 7th. This episode comes out September 5th. So hopefully no guests change around a lot. But I'm doing a new experiment where if I film these beforehand, I get a lot of time to edit them and put them out there so it's good quality, because there's a lot more editing this time than there was in the previous seasons. But speaking of previous seasons, the seasons 1 through 5 were all fantastic, and season 6, which is this season, is even better. I call this Daybreak 2021, but it's season 6. And it's been absolutely amazing. Our two guests here today, Abby Keefe and TJ Bonica, two of my all-time favorite guests of all time ever, just anywhere. Love them both very much, and I could not have picked two better people to share this finale with. Abby's come on twice in the past. Actually, the first time she came on was season 3 finale, and she was fantastic. And got her again later on. And TJ Bonica has come on twice as well, in season 5 and in season 2 finale. So they've both been on the finales before, but this one is the finale for this whole year, and maybe of Daybreak ever. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get more guests next time. So this may be the finale of Daybreak, of just Daybreak in general. But I'll save my my reflections for after the interviews. This is going to be an hour-long episode to pay homage to the previous season finales, which were hour-long episodes. So yeah, we're going to keep this an hour-long episode. So it'll be 20-minute interviews for the guests, 5-minute game for the guests too, and then I'll do some flashbacks and some memories and things. But speaking of the guests, let's get into our first guest here. As I mentioned, she is one of my all-time favorite people to have on the show. She's just kind and caring. She's amazing at music. She writes her own songs, plays a multitude of instruments, including the bass. She's learning the drums slowly but surely. She knows how to play guitar and piano, and she's just all around amazing. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to Daybreak, one of my favorites, Abby Keefe.
Hi. Hello.
Hello. Welcome back to Daybreak. You've been on twice of course, you've been on twice in the past, and it's been a privilege to have you on. And in the past, we talked about what you've been doing in the past and at the present. So I want to focus on what you're going to do, what you have in mind for the future. But let me first start by asking, what is your process when you're writing music? What's your process? Do you write lyrics first, music first? Is it a little bit of both? And how do you come up with stuff?
It kind of depends on the music, I think, on the piece. I've been writing more like compositional stuff that doesn't have lyrics. I've been trying to like work on writing things that are a little bit more musically interesting. But also like lyrics are very important. They're kind of like my home base, I think, when it comes to music. So it kind of depends. Sometimes I have lyrics written that I think fit with music, and I'll put them together. But I would say most of the time they come together. It like happens pretty simultaneously.
We've had you on, and you've talked about 1994 and The Crown Jewels, both amazing songs. And I will definitely, whoever's watching, look it up on Spotify or Amazon Music. Actually, both your songs are on my playlist and Amazon Music, so they're both really good. You belt in The Crown Jewels, and it's just amazing. Like, you scream it out. Which brings me to question 2. You took lessons at Bossy School of Music for a little bit, and we were going to have you on in the studio, but that couldn't happen, so we had to bring you on today. But did you take voice lessons there, and is that how you got to be able to like belt all of those notes?
So I've been singing since I was like little. I was singing before I could really speak. Um, so my mom is a singer as well. She took singing lessons. My childhood best friend's mother is a voice teacher. So I feel like I had a pretty good foundation with like people around me who were musicians and who were like really dedicated to making sure I was doing everything correctly. And then further on into like middle school, early high school, I took a few voice lessons. But for the most part, I haven't taken a lot of voice lessons at all.
So you're sort of in a way self-taught in a lot of your isms.
Yeah, I think that singing particularly is like so unique in music because like yes, technique is extremely important in singing. Like it's crazy. Having good technique makes a world of difference and my technique could use so much work. um, but I think one of the lucky things for me at least was I I always just kind of had a knack for it. Like there were definitely times when I wasn't like doing it technically correct, but for the most part, like I sounded okay. Um, so I don't know if self-taught is the word, but definitely just like it was there. It was a thing that I was like surrounded by. It was just something that I knew how to do.
Hmm. I will get to the future, which is the whole point, but I do want to look back on something that was very funny because not last year, because last year was sophomore. So when I was in freshman and you were a sophomore, we had jazz workshop, which is a class at our school. And you were featured a number of times as like a lead person. You sang or you played the saxophone, an instrument I forgot to mention earlier.
Oh, don't mention that. I'm not very good at it.
And I got a little annoyed because when you have a person that's different from everyone else, it tends to focus on that person. And I had to do, we were going to do Baby Grand as one of the final songs, and that's a vocal song. And so after complaining about her singing the whole year, I went up to her and said, "Hey, can you sing Baby Grand for me, please?"
That was so funny. Truly
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, I had to eat my words.
We all do at some point.
Yeah. But now looking back at the past, going to the future, what do you have? Are you writing anything? So you said you're writing compositional music without lyrics. Are you looking to like do the same thing that you did with the Crown Jewels in 1994, where you put it on like a platform, or is that more or less like for personal?
Um, I think that right now and throughout like the pandemic and everything, my writing has mostly just been like for me. And it's not that I don't want to share it with people. It's not like I'm like self-conscious about it or anything like that. It's just that I think music for me is like this ever transforming thing. Like when I was very young, I was like, I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna be a singer and that's what I'm gonna do. And now I'm almost an adult.
Almost.
Almost. And it just doesn't seem like a very like reasonable path to follow. And like music and singing and writing is always going to be something that I do because I like have to. It's like I don't have any control over it whatsoever. Like I can't not write or not play.
Right.
So as far as like releasing music, I'm not sure. I might get like a sudden inspiration to work on something and put it out. And if I do, I'll keep you posted.
Thank you.
But for now, it's mostly for me and just like if I was playing places like I was going to an open mic, I would absolutely perform one of my songs. But I don't really feel the need to like put them out into the world right now, I guess.
Right. Yeah. And but I mean, if you do well before COVID, you did open mics and a bunch of things, and I mean, from what my dad tells me back in the day, that's how people were found. Like producers would go to open mics and find these different people. So you never know. Maybe someone will walk in on you doing an open mic and you become famous, and then I can say I knew that person when she was in high school. Maybe I'll become famous for being the first person to interview on a talk show. Mention me when you have an interview with Kimmel or Fallon, please.
Okay, I will.
But have you like gone into any, not habits, like styles of music that you're sort of stuck in, like different like feelings that you're trying to write into, or is it more just like a whatever I feel right now is what I do, or if you're just like stuck into one feeling that you're just writing a lot about?
I think that it depends. Like musically, I think that my music usually follows a similar pattern, which I've been trying to break out of. I've been trying to like, that's why I like trying to write compositional stuff, because I find myself getting like, jazz has ruined everything for me. I just want to say that. Like I can't, like I used to be able to like listen to the radio and be like completely content and happy, and now I turn on a song and I'm like, this is just verse chorus, bridge chorus, and it's boring. Like, so now I'm looking for all these things that kind of like break the rules a little bit, or like change up that order. And as I like look for those things, I find that like happening in my music, on a small scale, because it's like it's hard to break out of that mold, I think. But throwing in like a little interlude or like a weird thing that you wouldn't expect to be there. And then lyrically, I think that my lyrics come from like intense emotion. So, a song like 1994 is about a breakup, and that's like a very intense thing. And The Crown Jewels is about like going through a transition, like a social transition, and feeling like kind of left behind. So I think it all stems from intense emotions. And when there aren't any intense emotions, I just make stuff up. So that's the other great thing about lyrics, is like just coming up with a story and finding an interesting way to tell it.
Yeah, I wrote a song. I like writing music, and in the past, like I focused on, I mean, the music was bad, but I focused on the music, and I didn't really care about the lyrics because I didn't have any like strong emotions towards anything. I just like sing something. If it rhymed, I'd write it down. Like, oh, that's a lyric. I didn't care what it meant. And the music wasn't great either. It was just simple, like, as you said, A, B, A, B, C, A, B. Like it wasn't, it wasn't that complicated. Yeah. And they were, as someone who doesn't like a lot of mainstream pop music, all of my music had just like the simple pop chord progressions because that's all I knew how to do. Yeah. I taught myself piano and guitar. I don't know how to do cool stuff.
Oh God, gang.
But when I had a strong emotion towards a person, I wrote a song for that person. And the music still wasn't incredibly intense. It was more, not intense, complex. It was definitely more complex than others, but the lyrics actually meant something and they had a deeper meaning, meaning they were better. And so I can see what you mean by the emotions come through the lyrics.
Yeah, like my best lyrics came from moments of like 1994 is a very, very simple song musically. Like it is
right.
It is like a C major 7 and that's it. It's like C major 7 with some funky bass notes. Right. And then I added some vocal harmonies to like spice it up a little bit. But musically, it's very simple. But lyrically, I think it has a lot of really impactful and lyrics that I'm like very proud of. And sometimes I look at that and I'm like, I can't believe I made that. Jeez.
Yeah, you impress yourself with your genius.
Yeah, well, what can I say?
What's the meme where it's like my genius is almost surprising, or what is? I'm not that. I shouldn't have said that because I don't know anything about memes. Like I don't have TikTok, and I am so reluctant to get it, but I'm gonna get it when I get my new phone.
I love TikTok. I'm sorry.
Freshman year math class ruined TikTok for me. because all the girls in the class just kept doing dances the whole class, and it ruined TikTok. I'm like, I'm never getting it.
There are different sides of TikTok.
No, I know, because my brother has other sides. I'm like, okay, there's actually funny stuff. As long as I don't see any stupid dances.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see any TikTok dances on my TikTok, so.
Yeah. Well, I told Faith that she'd be the first person I'd tell if I got TikTok, so I told her yesterday. But yeah. With our, oh my God, 1 minute. With our 1 minute left, just for anyone who's writing music and who's confused as to what to do, as someone who has written a multitude of songs, published 2 of them, and has a bunch of them in her library, what would be your greatest piece of advice to those people?
I think, like, lyrically, it's not something that you can force, you know what I mean? And it's also not something that is gonna be good the first time you do it. Like, I started writing music when I was like 9. I wrote my first song when I was 9.
Wow.
And, you know, I was 9. It was really bad. And then
I'm dying to hear this.
no, it will never be heard. And then I started writing again when I was like 11 and 12 and 13, and those songs are also bad. But I think that they were good when I was 12 and I had the like ability of a 12-year-old. But part of it is like having a certain ability to like understand and vocalize what you're experiencing. But also, like, for me, what I experience just naturally kind of gets translated into metaphor and into like this weird kind of language. But if that's not what happens, then like that's also fine. Like, there are so many amazing songwriters who will just tell a story. They'll be like, I got up and I went to bed and then I got back up again and then I went in my car. And
like the Paul McCartney thing. Got up, got out of bed, grabbed a comb across my head.
exactly. Or like 9 to 5. Or like there's so many.
I'm working 9 to 5.
Exactly. Like there are so many songs that just like outline the most basic things, and they can be catchy and they can also be like really beautiful. So I would just write what you feel.
Sounds like a cat poster.
Yeah.
Right, like you feel.
Write what you feel.
Love it every time you come on, honestly. It's a treat every time.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Unfortunately, I can't actually. Let me see if I can do this. I'm really bad with technology, so we will see how this works.
Oh no.
And I'm going to try and do this. This is the first time I've ever done this on Zoom, so we'll see how this goes. And I don't know what Zoom it is. Here it is. Okay. Share screen. Just bear with me for a second. Let's see. Share screen. Tab. This. Share. Yes. Okay. So,
I know what this is going to be. I know exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah. Here.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I know it.
So, there's my mouse right there. This
disappeared. It was not good. I have the bangs. The bangs were unfortunate. Like, it doesn't work. You know, it wasn't a good moment for me.
Well, I just have to say that was the first time you came on. And I was editing. I was looking for stuff to use for a trailer, and I paused randomly, and it was stuck on that. I'm like, I have to. I just have to. I can't let this go. And so I screenshotted it and put it in the trailer, and that was season 4 trailer. And it was the greatest thing ever.
I appreciate it so much. You're really capturing my finest moments.
It is immortalized. I bring it up every time. It's so great.
Yeah.
And it feels only right to close out Daybreak with you.
With that photo.
With that one, exactly. Yeah.
Can I edit it into the end of the episode and just have like a minute freeze frame of just that picture? You can analyze it.
I'm gonna do that now. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do that picture like Daybreak, and then do the dates that it was around, like an in memoriam. I'm just gonna do that, and that'll be it for a minute at the end of the video.
Good job. Good idea. Go for it.
All right. I'm gonna link your songs in the description because they're amazing, and anyone who's watching this should listen to it because it's fantastic. And good luck in the future with any songs that you do. Let me know if you're gonna publish anything else. I'll be dying to hear it.
You'll be the first to know.
Thank you very much. I'm the most important one that you need to tell.
Yes.
Priorities. But yeah, so it's been a pleasure to have you on, Abby. And until the next time, which will be in a couple. Actually, when this comes out, it'll be like a couple days until the next time I see you. But for now, in like 3 months. So until the next time I see you, I hope you have a great summer.
Bye.
Bye, Abby.
Thanks for having me.
Always. So that was my amazing interview with Abby Keefe. Honestly, every single time I have her on, it's just a treat and a pleasure, and I just can't wish for anyone better. But definitely who's in the running to tie her is my next guest, TJ Bonica. I'll bring that in a second. Just a reminder, we are still going with our finale here, and this is going to be broken up over 2 parts. So Zoom, unfortunately, the light reflects in the glasses. Zoom, unfortunately, is a 40-minute, I like talking with my hands, 40-minute time limit if you don't want to pay like $599. So sometimes when guests can't be there on one day, I'll split them up and I'll do one section earlier, one later. That happened with Malia Welch and Natalie Lacey. Malia Welch was filmed on like a Monday, Natalie Lacey was filmed on the Thursday, and I put them together, spliced them up, and I just put it in the editing app, and it became one episode. This is the same way. I'm filming this on July 7th. Yes? Yes. TJ Bonica's section of this is going to be filmed like way later in August, like at the end of August. He'll be actually in the studio, this studio, not the Bosch studio. The camera will be moved back and we'll have 2 chairs and I'll be actually in person interviewing him here. But thank you very much to Abby Keefe. Fantastic interview. Again, I'll link her music in the description of the video because it's just, you should check it out because it's amazing. Especially the crown jewels. The crown jewels are my favorite. It's just amazing. But without further ado, I'm going to do a cut thing and you will be introduced to the second version of this episode, which is my interview, my in-person interview with TJ Bonica. So enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome to the second half of this episode. It was originally going to be in person, but there have been a little bit of complications around that, so we're here over Zoom, as you can see. We're definitely ready to do this interview. I'm very excited, and we're actually filming this the day after this episode was supposed to be released. We were supposed to release the finale yesterday at 10 a.m., but I decided to postpone that till next Sunday so that I can have a ton of time to edit because I haven't done anything with this show for a bit, so I'm a bit behind. I like to procrastinate, especially on reading my summer reading books, which I have to do still with only 2 days left, 1 day left. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, let's get into the interview. As you can see, TJ's here with his wonderful cat, and we're going to be talking about what's it like having a job and balancing school at the same time and other stuff like that. Because TJ's actually in school now. He has a day off today because it is Labor Day. So yeah. So welcome, TJ, and I'm glad you come back.
Thank you very much. It's great to be back. Great to be back at school. It's a happy holiday. So to all you fellow workers out there, hopefully you enjoy the day off. I don't have the day off. I am going to work right after this interview is done. So yeah. I guess Labor Day doesn't extend to all.
Right. Yes. Unfortunately. But on the note of jobs, what's it like having to So you started. When did you start working? When you were in school last year or over the summer?
I started in school last year. Yes.
Okay. So what was that like starting a job while school is ramping up?
Well, it was difficult, but I got the hang of it very quickly. Last year was a very different year. in the way that we operated, obviously for many reasons. Like I had school every other week in person, and when I was in person, I obviously took a little bit and we got out when we were in person. I got out of school at noon. I was doing remote classes the second half of the day.
Right.
So I was always at home before work. So it made it a little bit easier for me because when I was supposed to be listening in classes, I could be getting homework done and stuff. So it made it much easier. But now it's a little bit more difficult. Like last week, I was late to work twice because I could not estimate properly the timing. And tomorrow, it's going to be a little difficult too, but we should be good.
So with this, when do you get out of school now?
1:55.
Okay. Wait, when do you get into school?
7:35.
Oh, okay. We get in at 8 o'clock and leave at 2:37.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So have you the past 2 days, so were you working, so your first day was Wednesday? Your first day was Wednesday?
Yes.
Okay, so you worked Wednesday and Thursday. So how did you, so you said that you were late both those days. When do you start working?
3.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I need time to like go home. I thought that I had time to go to Dunkin' Donuts, but I did not. So I went home.
There's always time for Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, always make time for it. Always. But yeah, it was a little difficult because I get out of school 1:55. I park at school. I drive. So getting out of the student parking lot, which I cannot park in, I park across the street at some guy's house that my dad knows. But like trying to cross the street and then getting out in the busy road, takes me. I'm normally out of the like school area by 2:15, so it's
wow.
quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
Because I have to walk to my car and then I have to get out of the driveway. People are not so nice in Westbury when it comes to driving. A lot of people have the same prerogative that I do, which is to get home.
Right.
So, people are kind of like, let me get home already. So, it's fine. But yeah, I normally don't get out of the school parking lot until 2:15.
So when you get home, just like take a shower and get ready and everything, get dressed and all that.
Yeah.
So what exactly do you do?
So at the time being, I am a cashier, bagger, cart grabber. So I am market basket. But yeah, so normally I ring on the cashier, type in PLU codes and all that stuff. Give me a fruit or a vegetable and I will tell you the code.
Pineapple.
Pineapple actually scans, so that doesn't have a code.
Apple.
Apple. Ooh, what apple?
Red Delicious.
Red Delicious 4016.
Green apple.
4017.
Wow. Huh. Macintosh.
Macintosh. Ooh, I think that one's 3283.
Wow. Bravo.
Thank you. Hey, it took a lot of time to memorize them, but now I know broccolini.
What's broccolini?
3277. 3277.
Broccoli
crown 3082. Iceberg lettuce 4069. It's crazy how many codes there are. 4020 is golden delicious apple.
Okay.
So yeah, and now at work, in addition to being a cashier extraordinaire, best cashier at the whole store,
right?
I am an assistant manager in training, a front end assistant manager.
Right. So what exactly is that?
So really, you just get a blue coat, and which at Market Basket, like the blue coats are like, oh, I'm a blue coat. But like the real job, like description is, you handle a lot of money,
okay,
like a lot of cash, and you are in charge of telling people where to go, bag and ring, and who goes outside, who goes on break at what time. You're really just like I don't know, like you're kind of like the teller Like you do this, buddy. And then like at nighttime when the managers leave, and I close a lot. So when the managers leave, you run the department.
Okay. How long until like your training is complete for that job?
I've heard 3 weeks.
Okay, that's not bad.
No,
And is it like is I know that talking about money is taboo, but is it a pay increase from what you're doing before?
Nope, not at all. That's
That's
awful. That's the worst part about it. My aunt came over today and I told her about my promotion. And she's like, so you're gonna be making more? I'm just like, no. And then she's like, Teej, you shouldn't have taken it. It's like, I know.
well, this job, if you do a good job at this, will get you to a higher position, which will in turn make you more money. So
then I can be a red coat. Go to Market Basket, find a blue coat, say, hey, some guy on Daybreak starring Nicholas Sadowski said that blue coats are important. What do you do? So some of them are assistant managers, grocery clerks, dairy clerks, courtesy booth people. All depends.
well, we're opening not we, but the town of Hanover is having one built right now over in Hanover Crossing. It's going to be done. You should just come down and work here.
Absolutely. Take the hour-and-a-half commute.
Yeah, I mean, we've got an extra room here. We can just like, it's going to be a permanent residence.
Yeah, permanent. Oh gosh.
Yeah. My job, we haven't started school yet. We start Wednesday, which is 2 days away, which is terrifying. It's terrifying because I haven't finished my summer work because I'm really.
I haven't finished my summer work either, and I started last week, so.
Yeah, well, we have an AP. I have to do AP US history, and the essay that we had to do in a book is due the first day of school. I haven't started the essay. I haven't finished the book to write the essay, and
your first day of school is tomorrow,
Wednesday.
Oh gosh.
Well, here's the thing. This is the same reaction everyone gives me, even my girlfriend. I chose a book on a topic that I know a ton about already, which is Sputnik and the rockets. So I can write a summary of it easily. So
Good.
The essay shouldn't be ridiculously hard for me.
I hope not. I'm praying for it.
Yeah, but it has to be 3 to 4 pages. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
I like writing essays though when I'm into it. Like if I'm in the mood for an essay, I will just like sit there for hours and just like type an essay. So I just have to get into the mood.
I cannot do that.
Yeah. I have to have the right music in the background and then like interest of like
Elton John or Billy Joel.
I don't Billy Joel. Elton John. I don't really listen to Elton John that much. But he'll sometimes wake me up in terms of like Spotify will play it when I have an alarm go off. But
yeah, like me too. Like sometimes I'll like just wake up to Uptown Girl. Oh.
Yeah.
You know what song? Back in the school year last year, the song that used to wake me up was "Build Me Up, Buttercup." Why do you build me up?
Build me up, buttercup, baby. Yeah.
And then it made me hate that song because it's like, why are you getting me up in the morning?
It's a great song.
It's a wonderful song.
But I have a playlist on Amazon. I use Amazon Music and I use Spotify, but because Spotify only works with my alarms. But I don't have the like premiums. Like it keeps giving me ads every 30 minutes, which is super annoying. So I just got Amazon Music. But like I've got there's these things on planes called ailerons, which are like they control the turn. And so on Starship, which is Elon Musk's rocket, there are flaps on it. And so they call them ailerons for Elon. So my playlist is called Aileron 1. And I've actually got Billie Eilish, her new album.
Oh,
very good. It's
really?
Yeah, it's very. Have you listened to it?
I have not. I'm not a big Billie Eilish person.
I wasn't either, but I was just really curious, and I listened through it, and I really, really liked it.
You know what song I like from Billie Eilish? It's called "Lovely." It has Billie Eilish and Khaled. It's kind of like a mix. It's good. My friend got me into it. Now it's on my playlist. So
I've also got Bo Burnham, which
Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham.
They said the ocean's rising.
Like I give up. They say the whole world's ending, buddy. It already did. Not gonna slow what heaven knows. Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
awesome.
real. By the way, how many have you listened to the? Have you just listened to the music, or have you watched the uh the thing on?
I've listened to the TikTok.
Have you watched the special?
I have not.
Oh my God, TJ, shame, shameful.
I'll watch it. I'll watch
You
it.
have to. This is
I bet.
ridiculous.
I will. I'll try my best. I'll make time for it.
It's really good. It's really good. I skip over the sexting song because I can't with that. I can't with that stuff like type of like I can't deal with that that much blatancy like that. I can't deal with the how blatant it is. It's too much for me. I can deal with like indirect like that's what she said is my like main sense of humor because it's I'm not using like anatomy. I'm just making a joke out of something that's already there. But I can't use anatomy in jokes. It's too much for me.
Yeah. No.
But it's really funny, like how the world works and oh, Welcome to the Internet is probably one of the greatest songs of his I've ever heard. It's really funny and scarily accurate. So if you want to listen to any song, listen to Welcome to the Internet.
Is it that one that goes CEO entrepreneur born in?
No, that's Jeff Bezos. That's Jeffrey, yeah. CEO entrepreneur born in 1964, Jeffrey Bezos. Yeah, but like Welcome to the Internet is like it's revealing how horrible the internet really is. Like it's like giving examples of like what's actually on it. It's disturbing. But yeah, anyways, going back on topic. Um, uh, when you first applied for jobs, was this something that you wanted to do, or were you like,
Nope.
I have various options, and I'm like, I'll just go this year first, and if I get it, yay.
Nope. Still don't want to do it.
Did you have anything you wanted to do?
I wanted to be a. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to work at Dunks, but I decided to go to Market Basket because I was like, they have hours, and I like that. And then I get all the hours that I want.
So how does that? So explain that to me because I don't understand that.
Like, so there's the scheduling book, right? And every week you write in, I can work so, and then you get whatever you want.
Wow.
So I get any hours that I want. Like this week, I requested Sunday 12 to 9, Monday, Tuesday 3 to 9, 3 to 10, and then Friday 3 to 10. Got all of it.
Is it like a guarantee to get all of it all the time, or is it like I
Nope,
want this?
It's not a guarantee. They just like me, and also I'm an assistant manager in training, so they need a lot of those. So they need those to work as much as they can.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't have that privilege. I have a schedule every week.
Like you, like every week you work the same hours.
Yeah, so
I really do, but like I like normally. Oh, I mean, I did over the summer. During the school year, it's different because every week my theater schedule changes, and you know, it's just the theater in school takes precedence.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, for me, I let's see. I worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But because of school, I've dropped Friday and I just have Saturday, Sunday, and then we moved to probably a two. This is what I want my ideal schedule to be: Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. Therefore, Sunday I have off to do whatever I want that whole day without the interruption of work. And Tuesday,
that's where I have Saturdays off now. I never had Saturdays off, and now I take them off because I'm just like I just can't every single day. I just need one day. Like I have every week, Saturday and Wednesday, no matter what, my day.
Right. So. Well, we're going to transition to our game here, but we're going to keep with this conversation. So we've never done this game before, so I have no idea how this is going to go. And I thought it's the finale. Why not do something ridiculous? And if it fails, whatever. So this game is called. I was like in the shower. I'm like, oh, this is a fun idea. So my idea is a game called Make Me. Now in freshman year French class, there's a joke for like what if you pronounce the H in all the words that have it, had it, have the it, not have it. And so you said like what, white, when, and you just make it ridiculous. And so there's a phrase that the French teacher used to say, like instead of like doing that, but she said poulet poulet caco or no, yeah, poulet poulet cacahuète. So she would say poulet poulet and we would say cacahuète. The phrase itself is chicken chicken peanut, makes no sense, but it's just to rein the class in. But I dared one of the kids to just say H for every single word, and so when she went poulet poulet, he went cacahuète. And so my idea is you come up with something that I have to do, like pronounce something or drop a word altogether. I have to work my way around it, and I have to do the same for you. For this actual conversation that we're going to talk through, and the first person to slip up or fail loses.
So like drop like a letter or a word.
It could be anything. Like it could be you have to say a certain phrase at the end of every sentence. You have to you can't say this word, like you can't say so or and, or you have to pronounce all the H's in all the words. And so like you do that, and then I have to do that. If I fail, I lose, and I do the same for you.
So for you, you're gonna have to pronounce every single A like a hard A, like eh.
So like is
Yeah,
it
like like in like I don't know. I'm trying to like look for a word like in approve. You have to say approve.
okay,
And
I get it.
charged.
This is gonna be interesting. All right, and for you, I'm not gonna stick with my own thing. I'm gonna say you have to pronounce all the H's in all the words.
All right, that sounds fun.
Indeed. Now I'm thinking about it. Now these sentences are gonna be so awkward. Okay. All right, let's start.
Airward.
Let's start now. Okay. What are our what are you going to do? Sorry. What do you want to do with your life when you grow up?
When I grow up, I would love to have a family and work as a history teacher.
So, okay, you've decided on becoming a history. How is this word going to work? Teacher? So you've decided on becoming a history teacher.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Maybe that the hat is very up in the air.
What made you what made you choose that over other professions?
I had great history teachers so far throughout high school, and last year my history teacher, Mr. Brown, was incredibly fun and awesome, and he's the advisor to my club. So,
and your club is the history club.
That it is.
Well, this was fun. We both screwed up the whole thing, so we both lose, but it was fun.
We did. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
You know, we did a game with Faith in Bossy Studios where it was funny just between us, but like if you're watching it, it seems really awkward. So I want to see if this is one of those situations. So I'll see when I edit this what it actually looks like. But TJ, I want to.
Oh, what happened? Okay, there we go.
As I was saying, I want to thank you. I know we're running out of time because you have to go to work, but I wanted to thank you so much for coming on. This is the season finale. You're the last guest ever on Daybreak 2021, and I really wanted to thank you so much for finding the time to come on.
Well, I would like to say to all of our viewers out there, this man right here put so much time and dedication into this show. So I would like to take hats off, and I would love to give, everybody's sitting at home right now, give Nicholas Sadowski a big, huge round of applause. You too, Max. That's my cat, Max.
Yeah, the cat just going like.
Oh yeah, he loves
Thank
it.
you, TJ. Thank you. Honestly,
Thank you.
Every time you've come on, it's been a treat, and I'm like, I don't know who I want in the middle of this, but I know I need to have TJ close it off. So, thank you for finding the time, and I'll try and get you back on for next season because it's just every time you come on, it's makes me happy.
It's been a great season, Nick. It's been an honor to be here. Hey, next time that I'm here, maybe I'll wear my blue market basket coat.
Okay.
And make sure to come see everybody. Westford Academy Theater Arts' production of SpongeBob the Musical. No joke.
I know. All right. So thank you very much.
Right.
You have to go to work, so have fun. I know you won't, but try and have fun at work. Get those hours in training in.
Captain Sadowski, thank you very much.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, TJ. All right. That was my amazing interview with TJ Bonica. Honestly, he's just amazing. One of the best guests we have on. I couldn't have. Yeah, I'm not wearing my glasses, so my face looks weird in the camera. But I couldn't have picked two better people to do this show to close it off. Abby Keefe is funny. She's kind and just has great stories. And TJ's just he was my best friend 5 years ago. He's in Westford. I lived in Westford 5 years ago because I'm in high school and my town went from Hanson to Westford to Dover Sherborne to here. And we were friends back in elementary school and we still get in contact. We still have a great time. And every time you've come on the show, he came on in season, I think he was on in the season 2 finale, because I had to ask his permission to use it in the thing. So season 2 finale. Actually I have the stuff here. I am resourceful. Okay. TJ Bonica. Let's figure this out because I want to know. TJ Bonica. Season 1, season 2. Yeah, so TJ Bonica, end of season 2. He was actually his last guest on season 2. Then we had him on again in season 5. It must have been somewhere in here. Yeah, episode 3, season 5 with Bianca Anderson. And now here he is back in the season finale of Daybreak season 6, Daybreak 2021. And man, it's been crazy. Daybreak is one of those weird things. It's like my job, my real job in a way, where it's sort of like when I'm not doing it, it seems like a lot of work and I don't really want to do it because I could just like watch Netflix or whatever. When I'm doing it, like when I'm actually in front of the camera and I'm talking to people and it's just I don't want to not do it. Like when I'm at work and I'm a food runner at a restaurant called Cheever Tavern. And when I'm actually like bringing food, I like doing it. I like carrying the food out. I like interacting with people. But when I'm at home, I'm like, I could just stay home and watch Netflix. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's so much fun and exciting to do. And I'm running out of time on this Zoom, but I'm going to come back on a different Zoom and close this episode out. And just we're gonna go over some really fun times that we've had here together and go over some of our favorite moments. and just discuss all that's happened, because it's truly been an amazing season, and a season that I never want to forget. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with more Daybreak. Welcome back, everyone. We are here again on another Zoom because Zoom has a time limit, so I have to get around that, but it's actually very easy. So, but yeah, so we're here to close out Daybreak's 2021 10-episode run over 3 months, and it's well, this is, I guess, the 4th month, but it's been amazing. I want to include a clip from, I think, the end of Daybreak first edition. I was at the table, I remember. Yeah, there's a table there, and I went over all the names for who was in the show. So I want to roll that clip right now.
But I'd like to express my gratefulness to all of my guests who have come on today and in the past. Ben Gaynor, Grace Maroney, Riley Krivinger, Owen Sadowski, Owen Comiskey, Connor Long, Layla Bailey, Abby Keefe, Faith Gagnon, TJ Bonica, Morgan Lanham, Sterling Williams, Natalie Lacey, Alexander Duvall, Bianca Anderson, Cora Thompson, Thomas O'Toole, and Sam Larrick. I also like to thank the people who wanted to come on the show but couldn't, unfortunately. As you know, we were supposed to have Emma Thompson on the show and a few others. So Emma Thompson, Taylor Kendall, Sam Lapperly, Kendall Poulin, Allison Topper, and Hunter Richards. I thank all those people. They wanted to come on the show, but unfortunately couldn't because of scheduling issues, and this is a very early show, and it's just very complicated for some people to be on it. The time will not be changing, but I like to thank all those people for coming on the show. They are the ones who make this show possible. I won't have a show if I don't have guests. No other talk show is like Daybreak, because Daybreak features you or people you know. It doesn't feature Harrison Ford because you don't know Harrison Ford. You see him in movies, but you don't know him personally. You know Grace Maroney personally if you're from DS. You know me personally if you're from Norwell, or Abby Keefe. So you know these people. And it's been my pleasure to interview all of you and present this to the viewers. I'd also like to thank the people who have suggested things to make Daybreak better. Cynthia Davies for the out-of-show questions. She can't watch the show right now because it's at a time that is inconvenient for her. And we have an in-show questioning system where if you want to ask a question to a guest, you can just put in our questions feature. But she said, well, what if you can't watch the show, but you still want to ask a question to the guest? She suggested that on Facebook or Instagram, which Daybreak is on, we can put like a on Wednesday thing where people can write questions and I can add them to my questions list, which is what that question was for Owen. That was from that system. So thank you to Cynthia Davies for that suggestion. Riley Krovinger for the flipped interview suggestion, one of my all-time favorite interviews, and the Would You Rather game, that was her suggestion, so thank you to that. And thank you to Grace Maroney for convincing me to do this. I was actually on a call with Grace when I was writing up the plan for Daybreak. It was a Google Slides because I didn't know anything else to do. And I was talking to her, and she gave me the confidence to then actually go through with it, because I was a little skeptical of how it would go, but she convinced me to. She gave me the confidence I needed to do this. So thank you to Grace Maroney.
All right, so I want to add on to that list. We've had a number of people come on after that, so I want to go over those people's names and just thank everyone who's come on in that time, just for being a part of it and helping me out, because it's really been amazing. So starting with season 5, I want to thank Hannah Houlette, Hunter Richards, Siesha Athaluri, Catherine Mahoney, Bianca Anderson, TJ Bonica, Grace Maroney, Maeve Ross, Benjamin Ashworth, Alexander Versa, Caroline Scalzuli, Layla Bailey, Faith Gagnon, Grace Maroney, and Riley Krovinger. So that was, I think that would have been, yeah, still 2020. It ran from September 6th through October 18th. Now going through Daybreak 2021. I'm just going to pull up the list on my computer here, so I apologize for the reach. And I know it. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. So I'm going to go over some names again just because they appear again. So starting on July 4th, Bianca Anderson, Caroline Scalzuli. On July 11th, Natalie Lacey, Malia Welch. On the 18th, Maura McGraw, Charlize Lestage. On the 25th, Owen Sadowski and Peyton Rogers from Bossy. From August 1st, Alexander Versa. The 8th, Julia Thompson, Ben Gaynor. From the 22nd, Rose Hansen, Sarah Lacey. From the 29th, Bailey Rabufo, Faith Gagnon, also from Bossy. And finally today, Abigail Keefe and TJ Bonica. all of those people were just the kindest people I could have asked to come on the show. All around amazing people who interesting stories, interesting things they do, and people who really deserve to have a show like this. In terms of not that I think I'm amazing, in terms of the fact that they deserve a platform to promote what they do because they're truly great at it. Abby Keefe is fantastic at writing music. I've listened to her songs. If you haven't, you have to. And it blows my mind the ability that she has to belt those notes out. In terms of Sarah Lacey and Natalie Lacey, they are incredible actresses. They are really good. That's a really lame adjective, but they're really good at acting. I've only seen one of the things they've done because they don't do things with the school. But and the thing that I did see them do, which was the movie that we talked about, they were absolutely phenomenal. They had emotion and character, and they had the expressions. Like, they were just amazing. Pedro Bufo, very, very one, just incredibly nice person. I've never talked to her before. I asked her to come on, and she just opened up and said, no problem. All of these people deserve a platform, and I know I'm not the only one that they can use, but it's an honor to have had them on, and for them to not just help me out, but for them to put themselves out there in the world. And I think the world has become better for having done that. Now, in terms of what happens next, this is a bit of a gray area here. We don't know what's happening next. I want to do Daybreak again. I really do. It was a really fun experience, and it was truly just something that I love doing. I've compiled a list of materials that I would need to make a new season. And what I want to do with this new season is completely changing all of this. So, like, you only see this background, but I've got a TV down here, which is going to be used. I've got like stands and stuff over here. What I want to do is fully in-person episodes, unless I can't. But unless, like, if they live here at Norwell or Hingham or Weymouth or anywhere around this area, I want them to be in-person episodes. And that would involve camera work. We'd have 4 different cameras, 1 there, and 2 in front here. We'd have a sound engineer over here. They'd walk on the stage. And we'd have lighting and mics, and there would be 2 stools and a bench. Like, it would be like Bossy at my house if you've watched the Bossy episodes. Just less professional people and less professional me. That's what I want to do. I like, if Faith Gagnon wants to come back on, then we'd have it here, not over Zoom. Then not in Boston, like we'd have it at my house in this area. So that's what I want to do. Now, it's pricey. It's up there on like $500 to buy all this stuff. I wanted to make it as cheap as possible. And it'll definitely be an interesting experience to try and figure that out. The likelihood of that happening, 50%. School is starting back up. We got scheduling stuff. I got to do stuff for college. Like, there's a lot of stuff happening. So the time for this is going to reduce greatly. That's another thing I wanted to try and fix by removing a schedule. If you notice, when I went through season 6, I said every guest and said the date that they were supposed to be released on. And that's not going to happen anymore. What's going to happen is they're going to come on when I have time to edit. I'll edit it, and then I'll release it when I have time to do that. That could be any time. It could be now and this year. It could be next year. I don't know. And that's what I'm going to try and do. There'll be episodes of Daybreak, but it's not going to be like every single Sunday 10 a.m. It's going to be like whenever I can, there'll be an episode. Just because my life is going to get pretty, like, I won't have a lot of time to do a lot of things. So, but yeah, we're going to enjoy a few clips here from the past season. We're going to look at all the season trailers. I remember the reasons. So, story time. When I first started doing this, I wanted to do like a trailer for it. So I went on iMovie on the iPad that the school gave us to lease for the year, and I just made like a little trailer for the episode, for not the episode, the show, and it would include like little like best talk show on Instagram, #1 rated, and like random quotes and things. It was, and just pictures of me. 'Cause I didn't have any guest ones. I did have some pictures. I was just including me in there. It was stupid. Uh, but it was fun. And the reasons why the seasons were so short at the beginning, when they're only 4 episodes, because I really liked doing the trailers. I wanted to do more trailers. So I made the seasons only 4 episodes, so that every 4 episodes I get to create a new trailer. And it became kind of impractical. I was like, okay, we're at the season finale again, only 4 weeks later. So we've extended it to 10 episodes for a season, and it seems more right. So yeah, I don't think I did a season trailer for Daybreak 2021. I'll see if I did. I don't know if I did, but if not, then there will be one for season 7 that I can guarantee you. But yeah, we're gonna take a look right now at all of the season trailers for all the seasons of Daybreak, starting from 1 to now 6. the last thing I want to do is show you guys all of my favorite moments. So we're going to start from Daybreak first edition to the second edition, now to this season. So there's going to be 3 different clips here. So enjoy all of my favorite moments from all of the 2 years we've done this, kind of, and just enjoy the history and the memories and all that. And after I do this, I'm just going to do a quick little fun fact thing. I'm going to close right out, and we're going to look forward to coming back here for season 7, hopefully. So enjoy my favorite moments from Daybreak.
I'm guessing you also hate Robert California.
Oh, Robert California. Don't even get me started on Robert California.
Oh, it's you too. Oh, it's you
Yes,
too.
what's on?
Oh my god. Is it my dad's gonna be so mad at me. Yeah, see, he's already mad at me.
You can do it.
I'll wait for you, or is it I'll
Close.
be waiting for you? Or
That's not the name of it, but it's super close.
oh god. Oh, my dad's gonna be so mad at me. Yeah, it's you too. I know it's you too. I'll wait for you. Is it I'll wait for no? Oh my god. Is it it's with or without you?
Yes!
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
You get 2 points.
See, my dad's so mad at me. I'm sorry.
That is all the time I have for the interview, but I'm not going to let you go just yet because we're going to be playing a game that you suggested to Daybreak, and I'm very grateful that you did because it got great ratings, and this is proof that we actually do take your suggestions and we do use them. So, Riley, welcome to Would You Rather. So, yes.
Someone dragged him off stage. It was fine. We kept going, but I didn't really know what to do.
You kept going?
Yeah.
What did the audience think? Was the audience
I don't
like,
know.
what the hell has happened?
I don't know.
Oh God, I did not expect that answer.
How are you doing?
I'm good. You? How are you since you were? Oh my gosh, how are you since you were last on the show?
You'll start sounding like William Shatner really fast. And then she moved towards the door.
I got this picture from
Oh no.
this Abby.
Yes, this Abby. That Abby, yes.
Oh, that's never gonna get old.
About film, and we're gonna do it together. So she's like my second in command, basically.
And he talked about you as his second in command. Would you say that you are his second in command, or will you say that you are the first in command and he is your second in command?
There's no first or second in command. It's not like an air spaceship or something like that.
Please welcome your co-host for today. We just had her on, Riley Kravinger.
Hi everybody, I'm Riley Kravinger and I'm going to be your host at Daybreak today, and we have such a great show planned. So I'd like to welcome my guest, the talented musician, a resident of Norwell, Massachusetts, and the wonderful host of Daybreak, Nicholas Sadowski. Hi, welcome back.
Thank you for having me. My experience with golf, if you can even call it that, is in mini golf, and I'm not even great at that.
I don't really, try to actively smell things. I would rather lose my sense of smell.
If anyone came on the show and said I actively try and smell things, that I would immediately kick them off. That. Are you in a car?
Yeah, we are. We went to the beach, and I did not expect it at all.
Oh.
So
Well.
I have my AirPods in, and my brother and my mom agreed to shut up.
But the game is It True? We've played Is It True before, but it's a different edition of it. It's the Office US edition.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna do great.
So we have.
And he's like, yeah, wait, let me pack it. Like, you can't pack it in there.
Because I really love Theo. Sorry.
Sorry. Hold on. Wait, you froze. You froze, and the face that you were making while you froze was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen.
Great. Now everyone's gonna laugh at me. That's okay.
There's nothing wrong with the Ewoks. Fight me.
But like, all right, I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's today. Yeah, the girl that's driving me mad.
Oh, Bill Silverstein.
What? No.
That was a joke. Yeah. I don't know.
This is interesting. Would you rather star in your own movie or write a movie about me?
I don't think it's a good idea for me to star in a movie, so I'll write a movie about you.
Okay.
And then I would see if I could find any like little bacteria that I could make into my pets. And I would have a nice little existence with my garden and my bacteria and my little solar house.
Your bacteria? Okay. Moving on to 3. So.
All right, so I hope that you guys enjoyed those favorite moments. I mean, they are my favorite moments, but I hope that they were fun for you too. Looking back on all that stuff really makes me like just remember everything, and it makes me really happy. So I'm gonna do like 2 fun facts about Daybreak, and then we're gonna close it out. The first fun fact is you can't watch episode 1. It's kind of I don't know. It's an interesting fact because I didn't understand Instagram at first, and so I started doing this. I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I thought when you do a live that it saves automatically, and it doesn't. So when I did this on Instagram originally. So when I did the first episode, I did on Instagram Live, and the time limit was 30 minutes, but I had to combine 2 episodes together because of Easter. So it was an hour-long episode that had Ben Gaynor, Grace Maroney, Riley Kravinger, and Owen Sadowski all in one episode. So when the episode was done, it didn't save. So that hour long of the first episode of Daybreak ever, you had to be there to see it. Which I don't know if I like that. I think I do, because it's interesting. Like, for those who have been there from the beginning, you're seeing things that no one else can see, because that's gone. So you have the only memory of that first episode. And it's an interesting thought. Like I don't remember anything from that episode. The only thing I remember was the setting. I don't remember the questions. I don't remember what the responses were. I don't even remember the transitions or what I said to open up the show. And it's lost to history. But that's sort of it's something that is interesting, and I think I like. And it's a pretty interesting fun fact that if you truly were there from the beginning, you're the only one ever who remembers anything from that show. And it was the first time I ever did it, and it was an interesting experience. So I think I like the fact that it's in history. Now, the second fun fact actually has to do with this season. I said there were 10 episodes, and if you actually counted the number of guests I gave, 2 guests per episode usually, because Sarah Lacey was double. I only had 9 episodes. I was going to have a 10th episode, but it was going to be in person here, and I just didn't have the setup to do it there. I didn't have the infrastructure. So we didn't end up making that episode. And so, well, it's a 10 episode season. There's only 9 episodes, which is interesting. So I guess it's only 9 episode season, but I say 10 to make it sound more well-rounded. Misleading, maybe, but whatever. It's my show. But yeah. So this is going to be goodbye for a while. And I hope that you guys have really enjoyed this season of Daybreak. It's been a privilege and a pleasure to shoot all these episodes and be a part of it. If you want to go back and watch it on YouTube, then please, this is the last time I'm going to plug this in for a while. Please look at the website. I put so much hard work into that website. Please just, if you don't have to click anything, just like scroll through it, please. Again, it's in the description of the video. So what are you losing, really, besides like 2 seconds? Please. I'm never going to stop plugging that because I know no one looks at it. Anyways. But yeah, it's been a pleasure and a privilege, and coming on here and saying, hello everyone, welcome back to Daybreak. I'm your host, Nicholas Sadowski. We have a great episode, 2 amazing guests, and a great game. So let's get started. That phrase, I love saying that every single time. And putting on the suit, getting the pin, getting the notes. Actually, I don't have any notes with me, but like knowing what I want to ask relatively, having the guests ready, and actually talking is just, it's truly an amazing experience. So To both the guests here today, TJ Bonica and Abigail Keefe, thank you both very much for coming on and talking about everything that you did, Abby with your music and TJ with your job and doing that stupid thing we did at the end. It's been amazing. So without further ado, I'm gonna let you guys go for a while. And I won't be saying this for a couple months, and I'm gonna miss saying it. I said this is the phrase I always close out every single show with. And I've done that for years. And we're gonna close another show, but this time for a while. So thank you guys so much for watching and supporting. And I will see you all next time, hopefully, at Daybreak. Goodbye, everyone, for a while.